wild like a fifth of gin, and plus I'm in it to win. Couldn't say you can block the
On the real, I'll be real with you, yeah.
Let me see. What do we have here? Some classic SMD V1s. I don't really care about these things anymore. Let's have some fun with them. Let's say we make this interesting. So this shop is beyond busy, and I don't have a lot of time to do fun stuff anymore. I get some installs in, and those are real fun. I love them. But I used to really love having fun with this stuff and experimenting and breaking things and burning things and catching speakers on fire on purpose. Well, today I want to try something I've always wanted to try. So time to grab this little cord right here. Shout out to Tim Sr. I appreciate that. I hope I don't kill myself right now. And I'm going to grab one of these woofers. We'll see what happens. This is the 220 challenge. Oh man, I'm scared.
Yeah. Now let's hear the something that you never ever in life do. I'm the man that'll bleed ya. Never about to hand the feature. Never about to hand the feature. Never about to hand the feature. Never about to hand the feature.
Time to have a little bit of fun with these. Oh yeah, and hope I don't get shocked in the process. I'm definitely not the first person to plug a subwoofer into the wall, myself included. I've done it a couple times. But this right here, this is 220. I've never hooked it up to 220 before. I guess I've always been a little too scared, and well, I respect electricity and I don't want to die. But today, it don't really matter. I think I'll be all right. I think. Alexa, pause. All right, I'm ready to do this. But of course, just to be safe, I called Tim Sr. over here. It's his little contraption that he made for me, and he's my electrician. He's gonna ensure that maybe we won't both die. So he should be here any minute, and we'll do this. All right, so Tim Sr. just left. He gave me a couple tips on what I should do, how I can do this. We're gonna give him a shot, but I am not gonna use this woofer. This SMD V118 is an actual production model. This one over here was one of the protos. As you can see, this is number 2 right here. One of the originals. You can see all the tinsels. This one you really can't, they're hidden. So we'll use this one. As you can see, these are dual point 7s. Both of them are. But I got this sitting right here in this one coil. What could possibly go wrong right now? Well, the switch is off, so hope this goes good. Yeah, so far we're still alive. Real quick, we're gonna test these legs. Make sure they got juice. Okay. $120 right there. A little bit more than that. Let's go ahead and test that black leg right there to make sure it's got juice. Alright, let's see. There we go, just like that. Both sides are hot. It's time to hook this speaker up and see what happens. We're going to start out easy with 120 volts, and then we're going to go to the big one. This is number 2 right here. Old school. Tinsels are still intact. We're going to do a classic wall socket on this bad boy right now. All right, here we go. Test number 1. This one should be pretty easy, I think. Probably gonna knock the thing off. No problem. Easy. How much power are we seeing? Let's go ahead and put this on dyno power. We have here 3,000 watts, 4 ohms. Now keep in mind, when a speaker's moving, the impedance is changing. So right now in series, you're looking at about 1.4 ohms. So being 4 while it's moving really is fairly low. So I say we go balls out. Let's hook this whole 220 up. Let's also note that not only when I hook both of these legs up, one on each coil, the impedance is going to be half of what you just saw and double the power. So this thing should really get moving. I don't know what could go wrong, but we're about to find out. So we have a white leg right over here, and we've got the black leg over here. Positive, positive, and ground. Now if I hook this thing up right, it should jump out of the basket pretty good. If I hooked it up wrong, probably gonna be some sparks, maybe some smoke, and possibly even a breaker pop, I hope. Here we go. Now, I'd be a damn liar if I said this didn't make me nervous. We got the switch right here and we're about to flip it. Alright. Here we go. First thing we're going to do is see how much power, and then we'll do the watts. Woo! What the fuck was that? What did I get out of that? I'm not exactly sure what happened over here. I saw a spark. Maybe these wires are too close together, because I saw the spark by the terminal. They're not touching, but maybe it jumped across. I don't know. But I'll have to review the tape and see what happened with that. So now we're on watts. We're on dyno power. And we're going to try this again and see what happens. I don't know if the coil's gone. I don't know if the breaker's popped. I looked back there, I didn't see anything red, so I guess the breaker isn't popped. So, one more try. Oh! That's it. Damn. Test is over. Damn. Well, there you have it. Something smoked. Not sure what it was. I'm gonna go check the breaker and see if it's popped. because the woofer may not be destroyed. It doesn't look like it is, even if it made a little bit of smoke. That definitely wasn't 220 on that second pull, because I was only seeing the same amount of power as when I was testing one leg. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there. All right, there's one coil, 0.6. Goes up and down, 0.6, 0.7, but basically they're dual 0.7s. Let's check this side. That's good. The coils are still good, I think. I probably popped a breaker. Since I didn't get very much movement and I got a big spark when I first hooked that up, I have a feeling that the white and the black are out of phase with each other. So therefore, when I hook up the coils in parallel, they're going to be fighting rather than both moving at the same time. So I think that's what happened. I'm going to go ahead and switch the wires around on one coil, hit that breaker, and see if it gets up out of the box a little bit more. Well, there's no box, it's invisible, but you know what I mean. Okay, I made a few changes. This time I got the white leg over here, the black leg over here, but now it's on the other side, because as I suspected, these are out of phase with each other, which meant when I turned it on, both coils were trying to go opposite directions at the same time, and that's never good. So all that juice was going in the coil, and it was trying to go both directions, and it just can't do that. So the woofer survived, thankfully. The breaker popped, it's back, and now we're ready to try this one more time. Now, this is gonna probably get pretty serious now. I'm gonna stand back for this one. No problem. 15,000 watts, yeah. All right, that's a lot of power. And this thing is holding up, no problem. But it's 60 hertz. The woofer's not just gonna jump out of the basket very hard at 60 hertz. The frequency is just too high. But there's a lot of power going through this. I think we should do like we did last time. Let's find something to put inside the cone, then we'll turn it on. We'll see how much launching power it has. All right, I'm glad to see this thing surviving. That's good, this is fun. Like last time, the water is gonna make a huge mess. So let's try something dry first. How about a bag of Ruffles? See what happens. Now let's try a stack of red solo cups. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. That way I get maximum straight launch. All right, let's try this out. In case you don't know what I'm over here doing, here's my switch. And here's my plug. We're just gonna flip this switch. You ready? Here we go. Let's make this a little bit more interesting. Now I don't know if this is gonna be cool or if it's just gonna be a dud, but I want to try before I end this video. I figured this might be a little bit safer than gasoline. I'll just use a little bit of it and see what happens. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit of that on here. That's it, just a little bit. And I'm gonna put this little lid on here. Ooh, that's a lot. It's more than I wanted. Put that right in the center for maximum straight launch. It looks good. Let's light it up. As you can see, I have the old fire extinguisher ready to go just in case. Oh shoot. Oh no, this is not going to be good. Get the fire extinguisher ready. Go. cool as the first one was. Oh shit, when that can came down, smashed a hole in my dust cap. That sucks. In case you're wondering about the chicken scratch on that dust cap, this was one of the very first. The first 100 of these are all hand signed, but this is one of the very first, and I was practicing trying to write my signature on the dust cap and see what happened. It's kind of a hard little angle to get your hand in there. So that's a terrible SMD signature, but it is what it is. And now I got a hole. So after all that, even with the hole and the dust cap, this sub still works. I can smell it a little bit, but it took that 220 like a champ. I even tried to make flames and they just kind of fizzled out. So I didn't get too much flames, I didn't get too much smoke. The most spark I got, I think, was from hooking the coils up backwards. I didn't really know that these wires were out of phase. I figured as much after I hooked it up and it didn't really move and it sparked. But even after all that, the woofer didn't break. Usually that's a coil killer. So it's all good, everything's working. Had a little bit of fun with it. I'm gonna leave this speaker sitting up on here with this cable and everything hooked up to it. If you guys enjoyed this video and you got any cool ideas that I could do with this before I take it down, then let me know. Maybe we'll go live tomorrow or the next day or something like that, and we'll have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna be reading your comments, I'm gonna be reading your ideas, and if any of them is any good, and dangerous is okay, as long as I don't die, and as long as I don't catch my shop on fire. But let me know, what do you think I should do? I already did ping pong balls, water, a little bit of flames. Not planning on putting any gasoline on there unless I bring it outside. Should we run it till it catches on fire and smokes? I don't know if I can do that or not because I just popped the breaker trying just now. But let me know what you guys think. And well, my question was answered. Can this woofer take 220? And yes, it does.